Welcome back to Footy Consultancy. Oh! It's stressing me out.
You won't see it. You won't see it. You won't see it. Trust me. Trust me.
Comment down below.
If you can see the one.
Sorry, I got bogey in my eye.
Shall we?
Do I look right?
Shall we, darling? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Footy Consultancy. I'm joined by Lauren, myself, Ellie, and we're going to talk about the Women's FA Cup kicking off again this week after a long 3-month hiatus. So this is going to be the start of our new series called Team Talk, and the topic is the Women's FA Cup. So Lauren, you're playing this weekend against Hounslow. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very excited to get back onto the pitch. Yeah, we've been training a lot over lockdown, so just ready to go out and perform.
What do you think the game's going to go like? I know, obviously, both teams have not been able to train and stuff like that. Do you think it's going to be a difficult game for the both of you because of that reason? Or do you think maybe it may be quite equal, even though you're a league below?
It's really hard to tell. Like, that's the thing, because usually if you're going into like a cup game, you can look at people's league performances and benchmark and be like, okay, they're doing well here. And Hounslow didn't have the best start to the season. So, I mean, that, of course, gives you a little bit of confidence when you do see that as the opposing team. But they've been on a break now for 3 months. We don't know. They might have got new players. They might have been training really hard during lockdown. We certainly have. But you really just can't predict anything going into it. I think you've just got to go out and give your best performance.
Yeah, definitely. And the prospect of you playing a WSL team, West Ham United, if you beat Hounslow and go through to the next round, how exciting is that for you as a player? Yeah,
massively exciting. So we've got Hounslow, then we do have another game after that, and then it's the WSL game. But for us being East London team as well, so Leyton Orient, it's like the dream. Do you know what I mean? A big East London derby, you couldn't really ask for more. So when we got that show, we were like, this is what we want. And being it that the league's now cancelled, we're basically playing to keep playing. So I think that gives us a lot of motivation because we want to compete, and this is our last bit of competitive football for the year. So we're really, really excited about it. I mean, it's not without its challenges, obviously being paused for 3 months, and the matches come really fast now in the FA Cup. So we'll play this weekend, if we progress the next weekend, and if we progress, we face West Ham. So for a team of players who aren't paid to play, haven't been training in person for 3 months, to go out against WSL side, doing that in the best of conditions is tough. So it is going to be very, very challenging if we make it that far, but that's certainly our ambition to put on a good show against West Ham, you know, make it to that bit of the competition.
Definitely, and I don't doubt that you guys will do that. I mean, talk to us about your previous FA Cup game. I know that was quite an exciting game against Actonians. Go on, if you want to tell everyone.
You know, I'm always ready to talk about this. Yeah, it was crazy. So we were like 1-0 down. Well, we had a good game. We played well. It was our first game at our new ground, so you know we were getting used to the pitch. Again, we came back after the November lockdown, played the final qualifying round, and it was the first round, which was the Actonians game. And we played well the entire game, but we just couldn't score, basically. And they managed to score quite late on, so we ended up being 1-0 down right up until the 88th minute. And that's when Ellie Lauren on our team, Italian stallion, she scored an absolute screamer, like out of nowhere, like exactly what we needed. Because I think we were all looking around like, okay, you know, we can do this, but you just couldn't see where the goal was going to come from. So she just cuts in from the left side, pretty far out, swings it in over the keeper, and then we were like, okay, let's go. And I remember we got back to halfway line, I was like, girls, we're going to do this now. Like, I could just feel it weren't going to extra time. We were like on a high, their heads were starting to drop, and then they started countering against us. I managed to win the ball back just inside our half, drive forward, put it out to Michelle Young on the wing, does a nice bit of skill, and then flicks it into Scarlett Smith, who just taps it home. But like her run is crazy because like her run is perfectly timed. Like you couldn't have asked for better. And she's a massive part of the team. So it actually, for me, when I think about the FA Cup, like it's stories like Scarlett's, which I love and I just don't think get told. So she used to play at Southampton. She's played like professional, semi-professional, and she's in her 30s now. She's got a young daughter. And after that game, you could see she was really emotional, like partly because she's come on and she's got the winner. But also she spoke to us over the break and said, like, girls, this is gonna be my last FA Cup. So, you know, and you could tell when she was talking, like the emotion in her voice. And I think it's at this level, you know, that National League, that semi-pro sort of level, there's so many great stories around the Cup, and you don't see that told in the women's game. Because when you look at the men's, you'll get some of the qualifying rounds on TV. We're in the second round now, you'll definitely be getting them games on TV, and you start to see these little like magic of the Cup stories, you know. And that's a shame for me that's not getting told. But it's someone like her, it makes me want to play better because I'm like, okay, look, this is your last FA Cup. We're all in. Like, let's do it. Let's make history.
Yeah, you've got nothing to lose now. So I wish you all the best of luck for Sunday. Obviously, I wish I could be there to watch the game and support you. But no, I'm sure it'll be a great game. I mean, in terms of after the FA Cup run, I mean, fingers crossed you get to Wembley.
Exactly.
Do you guys have any plans for the next season ahead? I know, unfortunately, your league got debunked. What have you discussed? Any plans to get back into training and carry on throughout until pre-season?
Yeah, it's strange actually the way the FA Cup falls as well because, I mean, it's a long shot for when we beat West Ham, when we go out and get that in. No, but in all seriousness, it goes. We're in second round, third round the week following, fourth round, and then there's a break. So any teams that progress through the fourth round is got to wait till next season to go into the finals, the quarterfinals and all of that sort of level of the competition. So it's similar to last year where you're going to have the final played in the next season. So I think that's very interesting for teams at my level, at the National League level, that do progress that far. It's just an interesting one to manage. How do you keep that momentum going in your cup run over the course of a summer break with no actual competitive football? So it is really challenging for teams in the National League. But for us, to be honest, we've not looked too far beyond the FA Cup at this stage. We're just all in for that. And then we're kind of saying we'll play some friendlies as best as possible, try and mimic the season without it being there. Yep. So we'll play through until like the end of May, June time, then we'll take a break and then come back for pre-season, kind of August time. So that's what we're doing. What about yourselves? You're breaking as well, aren't you?
Yeah, so with our league, we're obviously in Tier 7, so we haven't actually been affected by the new sort of debunk of the Tiers 3 to 6. But what they have done with teams around our areas is sort of create a mini in-house tournament, if you like. So they've put groups of 6 of us together, I believe it is, where we can arrange friendlies over the next few months, I suppose, as if it were to end the last season. But hopefully we'll get some friendlies going. We've got one for the 11th next week, which we're all absolutely buzzing for. We don't have any idea really after that, but I think as long as we've got the opportunity to actually play other teams, then we should be all right and should be able to get enough friendlies because everyone's in the same position.
Definitely,
There's no league games going on. But I mean, before we know it, we're going to be back in pre-season, aren't we? So,
100%, yeah. I think it's actually interesting as well, like you say, with so many leagues stopping, it almost gives more weight to televising some of these earlier round FA Cup games. Because I think a lot of the times, I know we speak about it a lot, like you want to watch women's football, but it always clashes with the time you're out playing. So, I mean, unfortunately, of course, you're going to prioritise your matches. And I mean, that's not great for getting them audiences in for the WSL games and games like that. So, yeah, with so many teams stopping, I think it makes such a good case for televising these earlier stages. But, from what I've seen, it's not going to happen, which is a shame.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with your game on Sunday, what are your... It can be biased. what are your predictions for the game?
Oh, you're going to do that one. I hate this, Ellie.
You've not played them before, have you?
No, and I feel like I don't want to curse it, but...
Don't curse it.
Do you know what? Obviously, I'm going to say Leyton Orient, we're going to win it. I think, if anything, we're a really new team, so we all, a lot of the girls in it, myself, this is our first season with Orient, and in terms of a club to be at, like, from the first session, I just felt it, like, it's such a good environment. Yeah. We're very competitive. I know you played with some of the girls who are on the team. In terms of in training, we're going to push each other to be better. On match days, we're all in. Like, you can see, if you're going to win an FA Cup game in the 90th plus 3 minute, you can kind of see we're not the sort of team that's ever going to give up. So going up a team from the league above, fine, we'll still come out and put in a performance. So yeah, I think we're going to get the win. I don't want to put a prediction on it, but yeah, we'll get the win. And I'm looking forward to playing a part in that. And I mean, if I can get on the score sheet, all the better. I've been practicing my shooting, So.
Definitely. Well, mate, look, it sounds like you've got a great environment down there at Leyton Orient, and proof's in the pudding from your last FA Cup game by getting that last-minute win. So all the best for Sunday.
Thank you.
My fingers are crossed. Not that I need
What's your score prediction then? Come on.
Oh, it's difficult because I feel like you guys are doing really well in that league, and Hounslow maybe not so much. So I feel like you're probably quite a similar level. But again, it just depends on the day. Depends how hard players have worked over lockdown. I obviously want you guys to win.
Yeah.
We love an underdog, don't we, guys? Come
Exactly.
on. But I think it might be tight.
Go on, put some numbers. Let's have it.
I'm going to say, I reckon Hamza will score first. They'll get an early goal, but then you'll come back. I reckon it'll be 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
Okay, 3-1.
That's a bit out there. That's a bit adventurous, but I believe in you, mate.
I love it, mate. We'll get it on the Fitty Consultancy channel, mate. Score predictions.
But yeah, cool. Nice one, Lauren. So that is your first episode of myself and Lauren's team talk. Ellie and Lauren team talk. Lauren and Ellie. I think Ellie and Lauren sounds better.
Let us know in the comments, innit?
But yeah, nice one, guys. We'll be back next week, I'm sure, with the next topic, whatever that may be.
Definitely.
Maybe we know it, maybe we don't.
Tell us, man, if you've got topics you want talked about, like tell us in the comments. We think this is something quite new to women's football. We want to be talking about what you want to hear. So, you know, tell us, send us your topics, send us your goals, give us stuff to talk about.
So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. And yeah, we'll see you next time for some more content.
Woo!
And out. Don't. I know. I actually contemplated bringing another pair of socks.
Maybe just bring a pair of shoes.